nuclear power plant, located in what is now Ukraine, was about to become the site of one of the worst nuclear disasters in history. A flawed reactor design and operator mistakes led to a catastrophic explosion. This isn't just a story of a reactor malfunction, it's a warning about what human mistakes and recklessness can cause. In the early hours, a sudden explosion shattered the quiet at the Chernobyl Nuclear Power Plant in Soviet Ukraine. What followed was one of the most catastrophic nuclear disasters in history, unleashing a wave of radiation that still lingers today. The Chernobyl plant was part of the Soviet Union's ambitious nuclear energy program, and reactor number 4 was a key piece of it. On that fateful night in 1986, a routine safety test went horribly wrong. A combination of reactor design flaws and human mistakes caused a massive explosion that ripped through the roof of reactor 4, exposing radioactive material into the atmosphere. Inside the reactor, temperatures soared to over 2,000 degrees Celsius, igniting the graphite moderator and creating a fire that would burn for 10 days. An invisible yet deadly enemy was unleashed: the radiation. As the reactor burned, brave first responders rushed to the scene, unaware of the danger they faced. Firefighters, plant workers, and emergency personnel fought to control the blaze. They were exposed to lethal doses of radiation, many of them succumbing to radiation sickness within days. These men became the first victims of Chernobyl, unknowingly giving their lives to contain the disaster. Their sacrifice, while tragic, prevented an even larger catastrophe. Just 3 kilometers from the reactor was Pripyat, a bustling city home to nearly 50,000 people, most of whom worked at the plant. For nearly 36 hours, the people of Pripyat lived their daily lives, unaware of the invisible poison spreading through the air. Finally, on April 27th, the order was given to evacuate. Residents were told to leave their homes, bringing only essentials, with the promise they'd return in a few days. Little did they know they would never return. Pripyat became a ghost town overnight. The radioactive cloud from Chernobyl didn't stay confined to Ukraine. Carried by the winds, radiation spread across Europe, raising alarms as far as Sweden and beyond. The Soviet government, however, tried to downplay the disaster. It wasn't until days later that the full extent of the catastrophe became clear. The Soviet government recognized the need for drastic action to limit radioactive contamination. Thousands of brave workers, known as liquidators, were called in: soldiers, firefighters, and civilians too. They worked tirelessly to contain the radiation and bury the reactor under sand and concrete, exposing themselves to lethal radiation during the process. Many survived, and many didn't. International outrage grew as more details emerged, and Chernobyl became a defining moment in the nuclear debate, highlighting the dangers of nuclear energy without proper safety measures. Nearly 40 years later, Chernobyl remains a symbol of the dangers of nuclear power. The exclusion zone, covering 2,600 square kilometers, remains largely uninhabited, a stark reminder of the devastation. Yet, nature has reclaimed much of the land, with wildlife thriving in areas once deemed too toxic for life. The sarcophagus built over Reactor 4 is a testament to humanity's efforts to contain the disaster. But even today, radioactive materials lie within, and the area will remain hazardous for thousands of years. The government official reports remain the same, that about 30 people died in the immediate aftermath due to radiation sickness. This includes firefighters and first responders who were exposed to intense levels of radiation while trying to control the disaster. But the World Health Organization and the International Atomic Energy Agency estimate up to 4,000 additional deaths among the highest exposed groups, including those workers and residents who faced high radiation levels. Some estimates predict that the death toll could rise to as many as 90,000 over time due to cancer and other health issues stemming from exposure to radiation. Chernobyl changed the course of nuclear history, sparking safety reforms worldwide, but it also serves as a somber reminder of the potential cost of human mistakes and the power of technology gone wrong. As we move forward, we must remember the lessons of Chernobyl to prevent another disaster from ever happening again. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more upcoming videos.